Hey, Alina, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Hello everyone.
So glad to have you here. First of all, by now I think people know the drill. Who are you and what are you doing?
Yeah, so thank you for having me here. I hope we'll have some fun time. So, my name is Alina. I'm segment lead at Everstake. I'm managing several blockchains at Everstake, Elrond included. I'm the one who's responsible for everything related to Elrond, kind of play an intermediate role between Everstake and Elrond ecosystem. So if you have any questions, you can drop them in my DMs or our Telegram group. So yeah.
Perfect. When did you decide on the Elrond network? When did you join? When did you discover it?
We have discovered Elrond from the very beginning of from the testnet phase. So we started the negotiations around spring 2020. So we entered the testnet, and then we were among the staking providers who participated the first mainnet launch in summer 2020. So we have joined 2 years ago, and we are here from the Battle of Knots. And so Everstake is a Genesis staking provider in our network. Regarding the reasons, we at Everstake have the R&D department, research and development department, and they are constantly searching for a new project to join, new projects worth joining, the projects that have the potential for the future of Web3. And I think we were not wrong. Without choice, we decided to join Elrond because we saw the actual potential of a big layer one ecosystem layer one ecosystem with everything from different products and everything related. So it's a huge potential. And of course, the Elrond team, they were and actually are super supportive and transmitting their thoughts and ideas regarding the future of their project, so they see what they want to do. So it's not like we want something like this, like that. They have the idea, they have the how to do it, and that's the thing that catched our attention also. Yeah.
If you had to pick one advantage of the Elrond network, there's speed, there's low transactions cost, which would that be? It's a difficult one, I know, but
one. It comes to my mind like scalability, security, and community. Maybe the most, and I actually kind of trilemma for me now because actually I cannot say that something is more important than the other thing, because scalability in Elrond, it's actually one of the fastest transactions per second on the market right now, and it's very important especially for the layer one blockchains, because how would you onboard products and developers, builders, NFTs, and all this stuff, and maintain it with low TPS? It's a hard it's a hard thing. So scalability probably is one of the most prominent things for me, because it shows the potential that the ecosystem could grow. It is big right now, but it could be bigger in, I don't know, X times. But at the same time, security here in Elrond is also, especially how the team, how they manage the security issues, is also the thing that should be, so to say, adopted in other blockchains also.
Really cool. What do you think? There are many advantages, but there's always something to improve on. What would make your life easier that should be implemented on the Elrond network?
There is, from the perspective of, for example, the regular user and the perspective of validator, I actually don't see the things that could be the major things. Of course, there are some minor things, minor products that could be, and we're still to discover the things that should be the I don't know like the points in the user's life that could be improved. For example, the validation process in Elrond. Our DevOpses almost like it because the instructions they got from the Elrond team, the support they got from the team. The validation community in Elrond is quite strong, and it's also the thing. Actually, referring to the previous question, it's also the thing that should be adopted by other blockchains on the market, because sometimes it's happening like that. You receive some link to the doc and do whatever you want. And it's a crazy thing because we're trying to be, so to say, like guardians of your network and develop something to be to bring a contribution to help you improve your network, and you just like don't make obvious instructions. And it's the thing that is great in Elrond. And from the user's point of view, actually, nothing that I would, the major thing that I would improve, because the way how Elrond products like Mayar, the wallet, the exchange, and marketplace, it's and other products, they are I like using them. It's because they have a perfect UX and UI. Yeah, so the interface is pretty understandable and user friendly. So it's actually hard to answer what should be improved to the products that we already have. Yeah.
Is there a specific application that might be missing? Is there something you've seen on other blockchains that you would like to see implemented, or that you think could potentially add value to the network?
We have the desktop, the browser, the mobile wallet. We have the exchange. We
are spoiled.
We have the NFT marketplace. Maybe we should have more, not only from the Elrond team, but also from the other developers outside of the core team to show that we have some options. We have not because products are bad or it's not user friendly, but because you have some kind of competition to be better and something like this. Yeah.
I think you've already answered that kind of, but is there really a big pain point for you when it comes to the Elrond network? Is there something, doesn't have to be major, but maybe something that if you could improve, get rid of?
Pain point maybe not in terms of some tooling or application, but in terms of overall pain points. It's like I would like to see actually more people building on that one. It's the thing that we are actually a bit missing, because we should have more people building on our high scalability,
Mm-hmm.
because we have the potential, but we don't have that much people to build on it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's hard to onboard people, onboard Web3 developers, because it's blockchain actually as a technology is quite in early stages,
Mm-hmm.
and not many people actually just regularly onboarded from Web2 to Web3. But I suppose that maybe I would like to see some hackathons for developers, some grant systems, bounty programs, or something like that. So, because people could be trained and could be rewarded for the things they are building, because I'm sure that there are people from Web 2 who know something, they want to go to the Web 3, but they want to eat. they have they need money for existence. That's our cruel world. We cannot do whatever we want without money. So I suppose when we have the hackathons, so the people who are already building on Elrond, who already know something about Elrond, they could train and help those to onboard, so that we could have more vivid and distributed ecosystem with
Mm-hmm.
different products on it.
I think that's an interesting point. If you talk to people who are building on other blockchains, what is the main thing you tell them to maybe move to Elrond? What's the biggest advantage there?
The biggest advantage.
Or maybe the best incentive, so to say. So because we always talk about onboarding, obviously the next billion users, but there are so many projects building on, won't say the name, but other popular blockchains that we would like to move to Elrond. Yeah, how would you do that?
First of all, I would show them that they already have the basic necessities, so to say. So, as I said, the products built actually by the core team. So they provided everything to the community, so they could use the blockchain as they need to use. I have seen a lot of NFT creators who said I was minting on X blockchain, and now I want to transit to the Elrond. And the thing that is amazing in Elrond, as I said previously about the thing that I love in Elrond, is the community, because under these publications, it's mainly Twitter. So in the comments, you will see a lot of people presenting their collections, presenting how to mint, telling how everything is going on, and you can find always support in Elrond, because the I love the Elrond community. Actually, it's the place where you find the support. It's the place when you could find friends, and you feel that you're not actually alone. And it could be. It could be thought that it's not that important for the blockchain,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because it's about technology. But I would argue that, because if you don't have the community, but you have a strong some technology, no one uses it, it's a pity.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have some adopters, then you have the people who like your product, who can tell others about your product. It's an amazing thing. Also, if I would, for example, have a talk with some, I don't know, developers, I would, one of the main arguments, it's also the support from the core team, because you're not alone here. If you have some problems, when you don't know how to do something, you don't know how to fix things, you can just refer to the team, and I'm sure that even Lucian will help you there and explain how everything works. Of course, the technical specifications of Elrond, it's super secure with its secured proof of stake. We have the potential for the builders without a high, extremely actually high. It's 250,000 transactions per second. It's insane because Visa, if I'm not mistaken, have only like 30 or 40 TPS. I don't maybe outdated information, but I read something like that. So pretty high scalability also. Yeah.
Looking into the future, where do you see the Elrond network maybe 6 months from now, maybe even in a year?
The thing that I would like to see on Elrond, maybe with the stage phase 4, which should happen this year also. We hope it will happen this year. It's the increase in the decentralization, and I would like to see with it, some kind of governance. Because the governance is very important for the ecosystem, the blockchain ecosystem. Because when a blockchain is created, here comes 5 years, and you're still 5 years in the future, but you have the same technology as you had 5 years ago. And blockchain is the the space where everything is like a blistering space, evolving and changing, and we have to catch up with all this, because I'm sure that that the governance could bring for us a lot of improvements to the ecosystem, a lot of improvements to the protocol functioning, and is the thing that only actually favors the protocol functioning. So I would like to see, of course, different products. That's amazing. That's great. But some fundamental things that should be in. From my perspective, in every blockchain, it's a great thing. And actually, validators have some talks about it, but it's like just talks that we should have this. But I understand, and not only understand, but I know how hard it is to from scratch create a governance system. It's a very it's an enormous task for the whole ecosystem, not only the core team of Elrond. It's also for validators to participate in. But I hope we will move in this direction.
Sounds good. And then lastly, is there something from the traditional business sector that you think would add value to the blockchain space? Maybe not focusing on the Elrond network, but in general.
Actually, every traditional business field could be onboarded to the Web3, and we could use it in our blockchain, so to say, world. Because when we're talking, so we currently have of course, the financial field with the transactions and all this thing. We have the digital art with NFTs, which is actively developing. Gaming also industry is it's only the beginning of the gaming industry in blockchain, but we're here, we're building, and it's the healthcare, it's the government with the elections. The elections could be more transparent, it could be more honest with the blockchain, and Also, what more? I don't know. It's agriculture. It's the information and communication, entertainment. Also, every part of our life, every field of the business could be onboarded to the Web3, and so let me think. For example. I remember you probably heard about the product that, for example, the Cyclock, the Elrond, which is built on Elrond. I actually didn't thought it's that he said what tooling is missing on Elrond. I didn't thought that I needed, but it's an amazing thing to have on the blockchain. Like it's the real use cases of the blockchain when. Like a simple thing, a parking lot for your bicycle, but it's powered by Elrond. It's powered and built in Web3. It's also an amazing thing that shows how traditional business could forward from the blockchain and vice versa. So we have tons of ideas in traditional business actually for the blockchain sphere.
And then before we come to an end, you've had a chance to look at Entity. What do you think is Entity's purpose within the network, and what value can we add in the future?
I suppose when I was reading about the Entity that it will be actually, as I said, one of the pain points about the development, and I think Entity could help us to onboard these products building on Elrond, onboard new developers, and help us to build a more diversified ecosystem. So I think briefly.
Alina, thank you so much for your time and your input. That was lovely talking to you. And hopefully we'll get a chance to talk sometime soon and see how things have progressed.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.